In an abundance of aesthetically beautiful game releases in the last few years, such as The Last of Us, Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5, Uncharted 4, The Witcher 3, God of War, Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Red Dead Redemption 2, to name just a few, Horizon Zero Dawn manages to forge an individuality of style that not only lingers in the memory, but resonates throughout its gameplay as well. When I first heard about this upcoming game from Guerrilla Games, it is fair to say that I had doubts. Not that the graphics and the gameplay wouldn't be of the highest caliber, after all, Guerrilla Games are the creators of the Killzone series, but that the central premise of Zoid-like machines in yet another post-apocalyptic scenario just wasn't going to work well enough, and that the end result may well have been a technically good game that only managed to create a mediocre level of interest for the player. Well, I have been wrong before, and it probably won't be the last time. The end result is without doubt one of the most original feeling, stylishly created and fun gaming experiences that a player can experience, which also manages to balance a surprisingly emotionally charged story within it. One of the greatest strengths of the game is the introduction to a new female protagonist, Aloy, whom through the use of excellent cutscenes and in-game narration is easily one of the most relatable game characters I have come across. At times her sense of isolation and estrangement really plays on the old heartstrings. The voice work by Ashley Birch is one of the best performances I have ever come across. The game has so many strengths and very few weaknesses. Even what easily could have been a weakness, that of hunting machines, is implemented so well that it never feels boring or repetitive. It is simply always fun and engaging to hunt the large variety of machines in the game world, each with their own behaviours, strengths and weaknesses. An expansive open world area is full of interesting and diverse side missions, locations, bandit camps and alien looking vaults to discover. There is certainly plenty to do aside from continuing to follow the well-paced and intriguing main story. The familiar RPG game elements of leveling, gaining skills and item and weapon progression are infused into the flow of gameplay masterfully, and it never feels that you have to overtly grind your way into obtaining any of these. Most open world games have very good weather and day-night time cycles implemented into them. But what is extremely striking about Horizon Zero Dawn is how the whole colour palette of the environment changes within certain weather conditions, giving the game a level of visual diversity that few games, if any, can match. It really is something to behold as the usually vibrant colourful landscape fades away to a drained and subdued colour palette when it rains, complete with white-grey overcast clouds and impressive lighting effects. Complementing the great environmental creation work is a beautiful soundtrack by Joris de Man that mixes electronic layers with real instrumental work, creating a unique musical score that augments the individuality of both the game and Aloy. The combat is fluid and relatively easy to master, with the capability to use stealth effectively. Although sometimes the responsiveness of the inputs does slow down, more often than not the controls work very well. Above all though, Horizon Zero Dawn succeeds because it isn't overtly convoluted or complicated, which it could have easily become. The control scheme is simple to learn, skill progression is easy to utilize, and many skills are either passive or easily executed, so you don't end up with loads of actions and button combinations that you simply won't use. Areas on the map are easy to locate and identify. Within a relatively short space of time you are gliding through all that this exceptional game can offer you, and it never feels like you had to struggle to learn anything within it. This then allows you to fully immerse yourself into the experience of both the story and the game world. Of all the games I've ever played, Horizon Zero Dawn reserves its own special place for me, and the character of Aloy is one of my favourite game characters. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the greatest games ever made, and a masterclass in game creation.